Hey.
Okay, it is 12 o'clock. We will not have the pledge to the flag. This is a workshop setting. On our agenda, we have 3 agenda items. The first is the appointment to the planning commission, which is Mr. Pete Thompson. If I can get a motion and a second, we can do what we have to do for this individual.
Second.
All those in favor, use the sign of aye. Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Next on the agenda is a proclamation, which is 2026 Safe Voting Week. Is Daniel McCaffrey here? Would you come have a seat, please, sir?
Hello.
Louis, you want to read the proclamation, or I can do it? Doesn't matter. I give you something to do.
Well, I got it right here.
Well, good.
Come on up.
You want to come up, sir, and sit,
All
and
right.
then we will give that to you.
Here you mean?
Yes,
Oh, okay, thank you.
thank you very much.
Oh,
Louis,
yeah.
you on time?
Proclamation 2026 Safe Voting Week. Whereas residents of Elkton and Cecil County enjoy a wide range of recreational boating activities, including fishing, especially fishing, water skiing, waterfowl hunting, canoeing, kayaking on local waterways. Whereas responsible boaters recognize the importance of wearing personal flotation devices and ensuring the vessels are equipped with appropriate safety equipment. Whereas safe boating practices include completing U.S. Coast Guard approved boating safety courses and obtaining U.S. Coast Guard auxiliary vessel safe check for their watercraft. And whereas the Mayor and Commissioner of the Town of Elkton acknowledge and appreciate the dedicated volunteer service of the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary Maryland Flotillas, whose efforts in education, vessel examinations, and on-water patrols promote enhanced boating safety throughout the community. And therefore, the Mayor and Commissioner of the Town of Elkton, we hereby proclaim May 16th to the 22nd, 2027 as, well, I'm 26. I'm way ahead of the game. Safe voting week, thank you. Sorry. I'm so excited about all the safety.
Thank you very much. As always, the Coast Guard Auxiliary greatly appreciates the town of Elkton's support in promoting boating safety. And as we all realize, this area has such beautiful waterways that every boating season there are a lot of people out on the water, so we want them to be safe.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We are going to present this to you, and we're so grateful to present this to you for the agenda that you do for most people. And recently we had some children that were called in water for our fishing rodeo, so the water is a very important item to many people in many specific ways. And with that being said, we do have a proclamation, and we would like to present that to you. Would you like to come up here?
Yes, please. The other members of my flotilla.
Well, we have to come down there.
That's okay.
Spell. No, Louis, right?
Yes, Louis. Where is it?
What comes next?
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
That's why it's over here. Okay. You don't want to come stand in the middle.
Hey, can someone take a picture?
Because we got that covered. We got someone there.
Oh.
We got people in the audience.
Okay.
I'm gun shy now.
Here we go. I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. That way I catch it all.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
And this time, does anyone on your board, staff, want to submit to this by saying a few words? And anybody on this board, the same being echoed to you?
Well, as I said, we greatly appreciate your support. This year in particular, there will probably be even more festivities than normal with our nation's 250th anniversary. By reminding as many people as possible of the importance of knowing the rules, using proper lighting, and of course, wearing their life jackets. We can help everyone to have a safe time with their families.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you for all you do.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, I stuck in that.
All
right, thank you.
Guys, I'm gonna take the message quick. Let me give you a card.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Get a hold of them. April, I always have a fishing review for the whole town.
Okay.
So we do it. And I'd like to have your presence there.
Okay, then,
Obviously.
okay, yeah, so, okay, thank you.
Again, thank you for coming, and at this time, we will have a report, information coming from the planning department, fee schedule update, Quinn Council. Good to have you up here.
So more of just like a discussion for today, I'd like to bring the resolution to next week's meeting. And I'll read you what I typed up. I said, today, I wanted to briefly talk through the proposed updates to the planning review fee schedule and developers agreement. These documents really work hand in hand together. The fee schedule update is intended to better reflect the actual review process and workload associated with development projects today, while the developers agreement update is meant to clarify how those review costs are administered and tracked through each stage of the project. A large portion of these fees and procedures has not been substantially updated in many years, despite projects becoming more complex and requiring significantly more coordination between staff, consultants, agencies, and applicants. The goal of these updates is not to create unnecessary burdens, but to rather improve transparency, consistency, predictability, and fairness for both the town and applicants. The proposed changes also help formalize processes we are already performing administratively, improve cost recovery for professional reviews, and create clearer expectations regarding phase submissions, deposits, and project coordination. We've spent a considerable amount of time discussing these items internally with our consulting engineers and with members of the development community to try and create a process that is efficient, organized, and sustainable moving forward. Overall, these updates are intended to streamline reviews, reduce confusion, improve accountability, and better position the town to manage continued growth and development in a professional and consistent manner. Some of the larger changes are really focused on making the process more predictable and easier to administer for everyone involved. For example, the current fee structure relies heavily on overall parcel size, whereas the proposed structure focuses more on land disturbance, which is a much better indicator of the actual review effort and project complexity. We also simplified the fee tiers rather than overcomplicating it. Most projects in Elkton tend to fall within a few common ranges, and we found that review effort is driven more by the level of coordination and revisions than simply the acreage itself. We also another important change is separating the administrative application fee from the engineering review deposits. Right now, many different costs are blended together, which can create confusion about what applicants are actually paying for. The proposed structure makes that much clearer by distinguishing town administrative functions from reimbursable third-party engineering review costs. The Elkton project application fee itself is intended to cover the many fixed administrative tasks that occur regardless of the project size, which would be things like coordinating agencies, processing plans, planning commission preparation, public notices, file management, staff review, and overall project coordination from concept through final. Overall, the goal is really to create a more transparent, organized, and sustainable review process while improving our consistency for applicants, staff, and the town moving forward. I believe that you all were given a few documents. One should be what my new fee schedule would look like. Okay. And then I do have more in-depth justification on other documents that you're welcome to read. if you have any questions for me within the next week, before I bring the resolution forward for next week's mayor and commissioner meeting. I also, have I believe you all have the updated developer expense agreement. That needs to be updated to be able to reflect what I would be updating in our fee schedule. And, it also provides a little bit more clarity on how we're going to process the plans and when you would be needing to deposit, your base fee deposit anytime that both the fee schedule and the developer's agreement state that there may be additional fee deposits depending on the review process. But given our old fee schedule, that really was not all encompassing for the amount of reviews that we do in types of reviews that KCI performs for us. We were constantly dealing with frustrations from developers and applicants needing to catch up with these fees that our fee schedule was not reflecting, so it was very misleading for them and hard to predict what the plan review process could look like in the long run for them. My hope is that we don't have to deal with that anymore, and if they get through their plan review process and have not expended their base fee, they get that back.
This is really one of the challenges that, both the developer and even we were getting feedback where people were thinking they're getting double charged for something, or where is these prices coming from? So I appreciate you taking the time to try to break this down into a section where it'll be clear for each and every party, I hope.
Yeah, it was kind of like a domino effect where I acknowledge that we have an issue, we need to update these fees because at the very bottom line, these had not been updated since 2017. Well, everyone else we're working for is updating their fees and we are not covering the cost that even the town needs to for a public notice, for instance. And so from trying to determine, okay, I want to update these fees, but I want to also show what everyone is paying for, what your plans are getting reviewed. So even, I mean, we show a site plan, we show stormwater, but that's it. But no, they're giving us road and storm drain plans. They're giving us ESDs. It's going all the way to fecal soil. So there was just a lot getting.
Well, one of the things that I know that was come up many times where when a developer puts in I want to say, a price or something, they come back and they say that, they've got charged twice for it. And then they say we have to get it reviewed by KCI, and KCI has to get it reviewed by another engineer. One of the things came up was, did we ever figure out how we can do this by having to charge develop twice?
And that's kind of what our old fee schedule, looking at this, I don't know what I'm supposed to be really, even as the person who needs to write it all out and charge them for it. I don't know. Is this for your entire review? Is this for coming to the planning commission once? Is it, so there were a lot of questions that came up that I really tried to answer in this new format and in our developer agreement that someone wants to build something in the town. Bottom line, they are going to know how much of their land that they're going to be disturbing, and it automatically fits into a bracket. They can see what I would be charging them, because many times they would come in and have, we were implementing that pre-concept meetings are mandatory so that I am able to go over all this. They have a clear understanding.
Is that new?
That is newer, yes, and they had been inconsistently done before, but the information that we go over is a new process, and this would be just to make sure that they even know what they're
Right.
getting themselves
Everything
in.
up front.
Yeah, everything
Now.
up front,
Right.
and this is a meeting that, KCI had expressed interest in being at, but I thought it through and everyone seemed in agreement, so that would be a good idea. They think it's going to streamline the process, and while it might, how do I have a meeting with them at no expense to them or the town before we get there? So and I would like to go over any fees with them at this meeting. We go over the feasibility of this project, minus KCI, and I've already spoken to them about this. And then once they determine, yes, we would like to get this project going, they'll bring me concept plans, and that's when everything starts. With their concept plan, they bring me a signed developers agreement, and they bring me their, fee payment, their base fee payment. From there, after that initial review, then we're going to have a meeting with KCI, and at that point, that charge for whatever that meeting may be, or any other coordination, is already accounted for.
That's the part that I was saying that I think we need, when I say we, and I don't know whether it can be done or not. There should be a set price or just a calculated price, maybe 10% or whatever the project is, maybe be set for everybody so that they know what they're paying for. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know if that's
And that,
doable or not.
and we are continuing to, I needed a step one, something I could do now to help us, to help the town, to help them, you know, with their
Understand what's going
frustration.
on.
And then we'll continue, like, we do still have other issues that need to be resolved through maybe contract conversations, things like that, that we are not quite ready for, and so this is kind of step one, which
Okay.
it all works together. I don't, step one is hard, but this is the first thing that I need to get done, and I know that I started really collecting this base fee, I don't know, maybe yeah, maybe almost a year ago, and I do think that that has really helped with the frustrations that people are having. They're not constantly getting catch-up invoices for who knows what. They gave me their base fee, and now we just update them, when they want to, and as much as I think what they might be saying that they're getting charged more than once for is because per our fees, I was charging per each review phase. So they got through concept with a fee, they need an additional fee for preliminary, and again, this would all be included now,
Oh, really?
and that's the only way I could create a base fee.
What happens when you have a particular engineer that repeatedly submits plans that don't address the issues or they're incorrect, and we have to constantly have our engineers,
So
you know, fix these problems?
depending on how many times that happens, I have accounted for
That
sort of,
sort of, okay.
one, two revisions. I know we had a meeting not long ago with a bunch of, developers and engineers, with the mayor, and that question also came up, but it's almost a catch-22. I don't know where or what comes first, the chicken or the egg. You're not making these corrections, they're requiring these revisions, because you're not making the corrections, and we do have to find that.
But I can't see us holding the person that's asking the questions or making the mistake. If we're guiding them, supposed to be giving them a checkpoint. So I'm using this point here as like a 10-point check. We pay our fees. I'm gonna say we, the developer pays their fees, and under that blanket, there's 10 things that they're checking off that they're doing. Then you come back, oh, you guys didn't do this right. So now we're going back a second time, reviewing something that should have been done within that 10 point. You understand what I'm saying, right? So it's like me going in and paying for a transmission. finding out that they serviced my transmission and I found something wrong, I bring it back to them, they charge me again. That's basically what we're doing, that's what I think we're doing.
The ultimate goal is that you're getting, there is no specific, and that's what I, so, let me start over. I am working with KCI to create, an entire checklist of what would be included on each type of plan. Right now, it's 23 pages long of, what they'd want to see and at what point they need to see it. We've also, the ultimate goal is that all of the comments are addressed by final. So at what point do we say, okay, you're moving on from concept to preliminary? That's what that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what we're trying to work through.
I think that addresses your point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you earned all your money today, you don't have to, we're gonna put you through them more, I know that's something you're bringing to us now, so
Yeah.
I know you can't answer all our questions.
It's a good thing.
They're just bringing the
Yeah.
thoughts to the table, I think.
Yeah.
I have heard good feedback about, plan review from other engineers and developers about us, about KCI in the last few
About
months.
streamlining our new upfront pricing, which is kind of what we took what they're seeing and we put it into an upfront price. It's gonna give them an idea, so they're not coming in and being blindsided anymore. We have projects that price out so high, and they're never gonna be that cost. But the way that our base fee is set, we have to collect that money, and that's not fair to them. So a lot of our higher projects are gonna come down in our new fee schedule, and then we have projects that price out so low because they're by acreage, but it's unrealistic, and so they're blindsided on the backside. So this fee schedule that she works really hard, we worked really hard at, allowed us to give them an upfront, an idea of feasibly what it will cost.
Right, and how does this process compare to other municipalities? Do we know? I mean, is it? Or is this uniquely ours?
So that's where I am, when I first started this 2 years ago, is when I first was like, okay, everything needs to be updated. I pulled a bunch of other municipalities, the county fee schedule, and it's all over the place.
I'm sure.
Some
Yeah.
people kind of just, list out everything specifically, and there's a whole, it's so detailed. Some of them are more broad with it, and some of them collect the fee up front, some of them pay on the back end. So I had a really hard time trying to compare and contrast all of them, and in this 2 years, I was like slowly trying to figure out what's working, what's not working, who's frustrated with what, to come up with our own, and I really hope that it works, but again, it's something that could be updated again, and
I think
if I realize.
we're answering the need, and, you know, it's born out of necessity, so.
I think it's a great step in the
It
right
is.
direction. It's a well thought out process. We appreciate your work.
Yeah. A lot of work, we know.
Generation 40. So.
Well, and every time I talk about it, I'm like, oh, maybe this could be changed, oh, maybe, and it's like, I just need to get this in.
And just keep tweaking it until you get it the best it can be. It's never gonna be 100% perfect for everybody, right? So,
Louis, is there anything you wanna add?
Yeah, at the meeting on the 20th, we'll, present a resolution adopting these fees
Okay.
that can be in effect. And the board has to keep in mind that, the importance of these fees not only is add clarity to the planning process, but also that the fiscal 27 budget does not include money in the planning department for upfront costs. We have to collect it from developers, anybody that submits plans, in upfront, because there's no money in there to do it anymore. It took too much of a loss, or had too much of a loss doing it that way.
right,
So anyways, I try to get through that, and on the 20th, we'll do the resolution, and the board can approve it, establishing these fees.
sounds perfect.
So you've done a good job, you're probably nervous to present that to us and knowing that that document has what you wanna present, but you did a fine job and we understood you, so, we were able to give you feedback as well, so thank you for coming in.
Thank you. And if there's anything else you think of throughout the week, please let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is pretty much the agenda items. Sitting at the seat of the board at this time, I would just like to take this opportunity, knowing that we had an election on yesterday, to thank Kathleen for the process, because it was a process anytime you prepare for it. And then you get up early as you did in the morning, and a long day for everybody, and it came to its conclusion. So I just want to thank you, because it was not an easy task.
It's definitely a team effort,
Well,
that's for sure.
always a team, but somebody always take the lead in that team. So you can pass on the chips that you have to them. Okay.
There you go.
And to the incumbents, you have returned. That's good. It makes the board reenact itself again in the hall that we had to take. And to the other participants, a couple of them are here now. Even though you lost, we certainly appreciate the effort that you gave just to be a candidate. And as I said before, it came to a conclusion, and the conclusion was winners and losers. So, again, we thank you for that. And with that, coming from this direction, or you want me to go to this direction?
Fine. Fine. I'm just gonna repeat probably everything he said, but it's fine.
Repeat everything Charlie just said.
Okay, that's true too. Yeah.
No, we appreciate everybody who stepped forward with an interest in the town. It's great, and we encourage you to stay on that path. So,
You done?
And I, first of all, congratulate the, candidates who, ran and won their seats back, but, I'd say personally that, Daquan, I could say personally that, he's done a great job. The campaign, even though I'm standing in front of, I told you guys the same thing. You know, I support y'all, I support you at the same time. Not one of those backdoor things that encourage me, but anyway, just keep trying to do what you're doing. You know, I said that, I'm saying that because, even though you guys are my friends, he's my friend, I said, I'm not picking and choosing. You do what you have to do to win people over, and that's basically what you have to do. So, and I just can keep encouraging you. For the other candidates, thanks for running and maybe find yourself a seat on the board somewhere and continue doing what you're doing. So, that's all.
Jenny?
Yeah, Kathleen, thank you. The team yesterday was very impressive. It seemed like everybody worked just perfectly together. Everything was smooth. I didn't hear any complaints. And, that's a feat in itself, I think, with what you had to deal with. Thank Public Works too for, coming in and setting up, staying with us, you know, cleaning up all that. That is another part of the team. Yeah, to the candidates that are here and the ones that aren't here, it's hard to find people that will step up. And it's amazing to me that in a town this size, with what we read and hear, that more people aren't willing to put the time in that it takes to do this job. But congratulations on your achievement of stepping up. I think that was very commendable. And congratulations, Commissioner Massimiliano, for getting back in. And thank you all. I look forward to the next 4 years, God willing.
Good point, God, but the audience, I would like to address you for your presence, which is good, so we don't have an empty house out there, but are there any out there that would like to stand and speak? Say something, or you just come to hear? Good, sir, in the back.
Are we having an afternoon for this? I don't know how the process works.
A what?
Like a meeting after this, like a closed door meeting or anything?
No, we're not.
Okay.
Do you need to?
No, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. I don't know if Chief Rogers had, said anything about the Fourth of July. Coming up, well, I've gone to the Fourth of July, but it's on a Saturday. And it's, gonna be busy, I'm sure. So recently we've had, you know, the locations out of town, you know, around viewing areas. And last year, I've been working, as security for Meadow Park. So no one goes in there during the fireworks. And last year, when I left, I went by Eagle Park, we had a lot of pedestrian traffic
Mhm.
and cars everywhere. So my concern for that was if we're going to, as a town, say that this is a location in Eagle Park and they're gonna have snacks and we're telling people to go there, we're probably gonna need some type of security or another thought of maybe bringing back to Meadow Park at some time. I know that this is, it's only 2 months away, but Meadow Park is more secure. Problem is the long wait to get out with vehicles, and I completely understand that because you're sitting in for 20, 30 minutes trying to get out. But if we do Eagle Park, and I think that's where most people are going with this year, there may be some issues with some pedestrian traffic and us saying we're gonna have to give them some type of security as a police department, but we would, need some assistance with, from, Public Works and, maybe Parks and Rec, and you're just having people out there. I just wanted to put it on your plate, because I know the chief isn't here today, she gives some training. So,
It is on our plate because we had discussed the same situation that you're bringing to us. There was just nothing definite. She said she was gonna go back and speak with her people, well, at the time, the policemen,
exactly,
and to find out exactly what kind of plan you can come up to accomplish this, because supposedly we are gonna have it back on the field again.
okay,
And the one concern I think she brought up or occurred later is the fact that people were able to go to other sites around town and see the fireworks, but she brought up a point that the ground fireworks were, and I don't think they were ever an issue before, were they? But
Well,
she said it'll work.
yeah, so that past couple of years, because no one was at Meadow Park, we didn't
Right.
have ground fireworks at all.
Right.
So that's not really a concern, so, but I think it's I just wanted to put on your radar, she didn't, bring it up, I'm sure she did.
She brought it up in the last.
Just trying to figure out where the location.
where's
prep.
your recommendation is to go back?
My recommendation would be go back for security reasons, but it really, as far as the police, it really doesn't matter, we just, need security if the town is gonna say, hey, go to Beaver Park.
I thought it had something to do with the distance where they're launching the, fireworks.
That's the reason why they go back to the park.
Yes, I don't know, I don't think she knew that we were gonna go back to the park this year. Us,
I think she sort of mentioned it because she was speaking about a fireworks location, you know, where they're on the middle of the big deal as opposed to either doing on the short side of the deal, you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
and I don't wanna speak for, Public Works or Parks and Rec. But I think they have already secured the fact that they're going to go down to Eagle Park, and that's where they're setting up. So,
I mean, how does this change your manpower?
so Eagle Park, we would probably just have 4 or 5 people, because it's gonna be so, there's no really direction that we can send them because of all the parking lots and the way to get out. So as security, Meadow Park's easier for us to secure, but there is a long wait that we're sitting there making everybody's for 20, 30 minutes in their cars, which, sometimes is a problem. So it's basically up to how you want to present it,
Hmm.
you know?
We're gonna have to bring this back up because.
Exactly.
The baseball field was included with this from the last conversation we had.
Exactly.
The chief last meeting.
And I agree, and they wanted security as well, but I just, as far as me getting manpower and having everything ready for my officers, we just need, where the location is definitely gonna be.
Well, let me ask you this, if we were to move everything back to the park,
Mhm.
if people are still gonna congregate at Eater Park, right?
They
And they're
could.
gonna sell, they could,
Sell
and
what?
still sell food, whatever they wanna do. It's still gonna have that same problem, but it's not gonna be our liability.
Right.
That's where I'm going with this, it's like, if the town of Elkton is saying,
Right.
meet at Meadow Park,
Right,
we can secure Meadow Park. way easier than we can
And what
secure.
other locations do is on them.
Exactly, that's on them then. That's
Right.
like saying, okay, the seatings are gonna be at Walmart too.
Right.
We can't secure Walmart.
That's
Right.
another very good reason to bring it back.
Where,
It
where
doesn't
does
have
our
to be
li-
this year.
Yeah.
It
but
doesn't
where
have to be
does,
this year, but it can.
I'd like it to be.
where does our liability start now? That's important to us.
I would say if, that's not on me, but I would say
Well-
that if the town is saying Meadow
Right.
Park, you would
Right.
be secure for Meadow Park, I would think.
Would there be a manpower issue there, versus anywhere else? Was it gonna take more people
It
working
would
on
probably take
Saturday?
A little bit, oh, definitely on a Saturday, we have,
It's a holiday, it's a weekend, it's.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a costly, venture
Either way. it is.
either way.
So I guess, we're gonna take this back to the chief, I don't think we collectively as a board sitting here ever decided whether we are yay or nay. So where did you want it,
Yay, I say move it back to Meadow Park.
Earl?
I would wait for a decision with,
Yeah, that's
with,
what I'm saying.
Parks and Rec,
And you
and
well,
if they're not
I'll
here
give
right
you my
now,
opinion.
Parks and Rec. and-
Yeah, but what we're gonna give you, you can take to them. So you are waiting for Parks and Rec because ideally, they do pay for that. And secondly, it's like Gene has said previously, when we were out there, that park was filled with activities, selling food, bands. So, that comes into play as well, so.
And they probably didn't set up for that.
Pardon?
They probably didn't set up for all the bands and everything.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, that you're still gonna talk with Parks and Rec as well. So this is not final here. It's a,
I just wanted to put it on the radar,
right.
Alright,
so we can get our manpower up for you guys and have a great event like we always do. That's all.
Maybe we can come to a decision next week, Charles?
Yeah, next week could be fine.
Can I ask a question, just
Yeah.
for clarity here? You're talking about setting the fireworks up for the show in McKinney Park?
Yeah.
Right.
Just
and then
aerials,
skiing,
though, I
so
think.
that's McKinney Park.
right,
Okay, that's where the fireworks will be, and then people would be over in the Meadow Park where they could observe it, and that's where we always had
right,
lots of things. And the police, will cordon off Delaware Avenue
mm,
and allow all the pedestrians to walk wherever they wanna walk. Some on the new bridge, of course, a new pedestrian bridge. And that's a safety feature I think the police will be prepared for. Is that correct, Steve? That is correct, yes. It's easier for. I think that's what you ought to do. I think we always had a very good show. People enjoyed it.
we did.
A great turnout. So next week, you wanna make the decision? I mean, how will you
Yeah, I agree.
think about it?
Is that-
I agree.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Works.
appreciate it. Thank you for the time.
So you're-
Uh-huh, thank you. Yeah, that's a lot of, they have to schedule people and.
Any others in the audience? To those that are online, of course, we see your names, but do you have anything you would like to say? We appreciate it before we go, so we made this meeting worthwhile.
Angelina, when's the, car show?
The car show is this Friday from 5:30 to 8.
So with that, we're, pardon?
I'm sorry, it looked like Rob was.
I know, I see him, I'm
Oh.
gonna really acknowledge that in a minute. Mayor Alt, do you want to tune in and expose yourself and give us some words of kindness? Can you give them?
Mayor,
I don't know what the settings, if you could unmute, or if you have it.
did he wave his hand?
It looks like he's trying to unmute, but he keeps muting back.
Yeah.
Might be a permission within the Zoom platform.
Uh-oh.
Set to, for the participant to unmute themselves.
Mayor Alt, would you like to unmute?
Yeah. Tell him to call in.
It's still reflecting that on your computer.
I'm not sure why. Doing this,
Tell him to call your cell phone.
All right, with that said and done, it is, 12:40, we are dismissed. Have a good day.